Inaugurations since 1961. This is JFK. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. When we had stentorian oratory, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And Chris Wallace said with a straight face, this was the best inaugural address he's ever heard. I'm in a parallel universe. Imagine every cliche, everything you've ever heard, thrown into a hat and just pulled out and read. And this fawning, this almost, it's like a cult, like these incantations of the message of the unity.
That's you. And I know it's gonna be a lovely
Alright, Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Makar Kadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there, unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in Hebrew, which means peace. This is a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. As I was watching the inauguration that took place, all of us was watching it, and to sit there and see the ceremony that these elites have performed in the sight of the people is so bad that even other Edomites are speaking about how, and that's why I put that thing with, I forgot the guy's name in RT. He said you could see like the enchantment, like it was something, we all know it's demonic, it's satanic, which we all know these things, but to hear that from the horse's mouth and to see that performance that I don't know what kind of, that was the most egregious rendition of a beautiful song that I heard. In the video absolutely make no sense, but as I was contemplating, thinking about it, it makes perfect sense if you trying to enforce something, and this is the new norm. And that's what we just saw. We just saw the act of the new norm in America, where everybody's gonna be far from each other. It reminded me of the if you watch Black Mirror, there was an episode in Black Mirror, a futuristic episode where everybody's pretty much in their rooms and they all watch TV. Like if you watch wrestling or I believe basketball have it too, they got the screens as the audience, and the audience is right there. And that's gonna replace the fact of people coming together. So this thing that they were showing us was exactly what they planned to do. See, this is all planned out, perfect. So now everybody's gonna be far from each other. Men and women never could come together again. All right. They're making it seem to be cool to be social distancing and so forth. And you had that top warlock, Biden, supposedly dancing with his grandchild and this, that, to the third. This whole thing, man, is a setup. It's wicked as all hell, and we can see right through what they trying to establish, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with that. 2 Corinthians 2:11. At least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. And you can clearly see, and why did they use that particular song? All right, they use a lot of songs actually, but that one I was doing a show, and as I'm doing the show, I'm watching TV. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's horrible. Like, she did a horrible job, And when you go to her site, they're like, oh, she did a good job. This, that, to the third. But the reason why they use that, because they're trying to say the future, right? If you take the vaccines, that's what they had doctors and nurses singing along, just like they did in that Olympics, because they they're celebrating. They're trying to crown their achievement. Okay. Matter of fact, since I'm saying that, they're trying to accomplish that achievement that they seek. So they've been in the works, and that's why they've seen a performance. It says, Job 5:12. It says he disappointed the device of the crafty, and that was crafty. All right. Now, 9/11 was based upon who came out of it: the military, the fire department, and the police. They became the heroes. You know, they were the faces of the future. So now you have the new heroes are nurses and doctors who putting their life on the line in this pandemic, which in a normal base would have been, yes, that sounds good. But this whole thing is a stage. I believe William Shakespeare said it, the world is a stage. So everybody's partaking into this whole thing to bring in this new world order. They're participating in a ritual right before our eyes. All right. It says so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So the Lord is gonna cut that thing real short. All right. What these damn devils is trying to do. Ephesians. I had to bring this out because it's just what we doing, what's going on. It says Ephesians 6:12. It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world. The whole entire inauguration, which is satanic as all hell, was a ritual being performed. And it was so fake that you could see right through. It was the most horrible thing. And I believe that guy was saying that once, a guy that works at Fox said that was the greatest inauguration that he ever seen. And he was like, what? He said, that's what he said. Am I living in a parallel universe? And that shows you things are changing rapidly. All right. It's rapidly changing. So we're fighting against the rulers of darkness of this world. And that's the elites. Okay. It says, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that event, what's going to come out of it is going to be utter war. The whole war. I had 2 other channels, and one day I got struck by both of my channels. So this is the only channel I have for right now. I think all 3 of my channels got struck. But it shows you that this word, we're fighting against high level demons, man. And they're about to bring in the hammer. Okay? This is all planned out by the elites long time ago. And they slowly but for surely getting rid of people's rights all around across the board. It says, I'm gonna end it off on this. Psalm 64 and 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And that's what you seen the plan that's being put out there, and it's coming to fruition. All right, and people thinking that this guy's gonna be better. The whole country is split, and they're gonna deem the people that supported Trump to be domestic terrorists. So this whole thing, man, this is the masterful plan that they had from a very long time to justify the wickedness what they're about to bring in. It says, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, which that word has been thrown out a lot. Insurrection, it says, Ragash, says, thong and company, masculine thong, scheming. All right? I believe if you read it in the, hold on. It's a tumultuous crowd, a company, insurrection. If I'm not mistaken, I think, let me see if it's, my brother did this before. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's not it. I believe it says conspire in one of the other Bibles. Well, I don't have to get it. It's okay. So keep me safe from the secret purpose of the wrongdoers, for the ban of the workers of evil. That's pretty good too. But preferred King James version because that's the only. Let me try one more. It was supposed to be a new King James version. It was supposed to say, compare? No. Well, same thing. But yeah, this shows you why we working, who's working against us, and what they're doing. You had Tom Hanks that came out of fucking nowhere. All right, he's been missing for a long period of time. First, he was in New Zealand. Then he became a Greek citizen, and now all of a sudden he just pop up to host this thing. So that shows you something's about the major about to go down. It says, who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. They're lying, and this whole thing is a lie. Okay, and what they did was they filtered out January 6th. They filtered out the people that was patriotic, and now they're gonna deem those patriotic people to be what? To be terrorists. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. And who's the perfect? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You're not perfect now, but you're the biblical Israelites. And this is why they want Israel to go out there. What's the name? Hank Aaron, I believe he's a baseball player. He just died, and he wanted to be to show blacks that it's safe. And 2 weeks later, after taking the jab, he's dead. All right. So it says suddenly they do shoot at him and fear not, because why? They believe that what they're doing is right. They believe that they have to get rid of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they're gonna keep pushing this campaign. I believe we now 98 more days. All right, and they're gonna try to. They coming. Maybe next week they could come, set up in your local neighborhoods, and start trying to jab every Jake that's out there. They coming, man. It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. The commune of laying snares. Privately they say, who shall see them? And that's that is the setup what we're seeing right now. Okay? And they're performing these acts in front of us to let people know that things are changing and it's never gonna be the same. So with that being said, I hope you brothers edify. Shalom to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom.